Hey Slayers, welcome to Slaymasters, the best place for beauty, community, and self-expression. My name is Erin Taylor and I'll be your Slaymaster host today. I'm going to show you how to do a fishtail braid, and it's a lot easier than it looks. All you're going to need is a clear elastic or whatever elastic you have lying around, and a little accessory at the end if you want. And this will be good on every texture of hair. You just have to decide what texture you want to start with. I like to start with my hair just like a little wavy. I think it gives it a nice texture. So let's get started. Okay, so here is our before look. I just waved my hair actually with braids. So I just braided my hair and let it dry and let it out the next day, and it has like these nice waves. So that's the texture I like to start with. When you have a wave or a curl in it, it tends to help this particular braid to hold better together, especially if you have layers. If you have all one length hair, then this will hold really well. Okay, so you're going to bring your hair all to one side, and you're gonna grab the longest piece that you can if you have layers in your hair. So I'm gonna grab one piece from under here, and then another piece on the opposite side from underneath. Underneath is important, and I'll show you why later. Okay, so we have these two, and we cross them over. So this whole braid is just two pieces the whole way down. So it's really easy. All right, so since this is the one right here that's on top, we're gonna grab from underneath on the opposite side and try to grab the piece that's like furthest back. This is gonna give you the same look on the opposite side of the braid. If you don't grab hair from the very back, it's gonna look awkward when you're finished. So again, grab from beneath on the other side, cross it over, and you see that we have the beginning of the braid. Now that you've done two pieces, you can separate the rest of the hair into two even sections. This makes it just a little bit easier. And the reason we don't start out this way with two sections is because it creates a hole in the center. So this makes it look very seamless when you start out with just the two pieces, the two small pieces, and only do it 4 times. All right. So since, again, this is the last piece that crossed over, we're gonna grab from this side all the way from the back. Again, grabbing the longest pieces that you can. That's gonna help the braid to stay together a lot better. Also, when you cross this over, leave that hair in the front. You don't wanna grab it and wrap it around, because then you get a figure 8 braid. And we don't want a figure 8 braid. That's gonna look a little different. That's for another day. All right. We're just gonna do this all the way down. And make sure, like, if you want this to be a real, like, detailed, like, fine braid, you want to take smaller pieces. So if you don't really care about that, then you can take larger pieces, but it's going to end up looking like a 3-strand braid then. And this braid just looks best when you're taking smaller pieces. It just looks more detailed and interesting. Again, grabbing from the very back so that the braid looks the same from the back as it does the front. All right, so I finished my braid. I didn't want to go too far down because then you get some pieces sticking out, and we don't want that because my hair is layered. So you want to band it up. And give it a good squeeze. If you want to pull it out a little bit too, you can from here. But remember, if you have any layers, the more you pull out, the more they're gonna come out. So you don't want to pull out too much if you have a lot of layers. But you see how like having the extensions creates like a lot larger braid. So it's just gonna give you a bigger effect. And if you want to pull out a few pieces here, you can. Just depends on how, ethereal you want it to look. And you can incorporate a little bow at the bottom if you want. I've made this bow already, and then I put a little pin in the back of it. And you just pop that in. And it's a little present. Okay, so this is our final look, our fishtail braid. And you can incorporate this into many different looks. If you want to do pigtail braids or just single braids throughout your hair while it's down, or perhaps a half up look if you want to practice without being able to see it. But this is a good way to start. So it's on the side so you can see what you're doing and you can practice that muscle memory. All right, thanks for joining me. My name is Erin Taylor. And don't forget to join our community and sign up for our newsletter and subscribe below. Don't forget to slay all day.